Alrighty.
Get it.
All right, hold on. Before he does the intro, before he go crazy on that. Hold on. Episode 30. The last episode of fucking season 2, baby. You already know the fucking vibes, Real Relay fam. That's it. Season 2, over, done, clip. Last episode, episode 30 in total. I think we did like 15 episodes at season 2. We're fucking amped. We're fucking hyped up. And we couldn't do it with a better fucking person. Do the intro now. Get this shit right.
Real Relay fam. Today we have another special guest.
You better get it.
Upcoming producer, sound engineer, beat maker. I'm still learning the terminology.
He's learning.
That's all good. That was all good.
We got a fire guest right here, Josh from Phoenix Down, right?
Yes, sir.
He
Nice.
got it. He got it. Working yo. He got
I
it.
messed up the intro for
John.
Oh, what'd you say?
And I was
John
like, yeah,
Glass.
we have
Oh, John. Did you
Glass.
have John Glass on here?
No.
Oh, okay, but you know who he is.
The reason it was in my head is because one of our last guests was making music with John Glass. So
Why try?
yeah.
Oh,
try?
okay. Well, yeah. John Glass is like another like huge mentor to me. Love John Glass.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So and then John, he was like John.
I'm
Scott.
not John Glass. Yeah.
Yeah. I was
But he did it like
fucked
3
up, like, twice.
times.
I don't even know if you know. You didn't even tell my last name, which is fine. It's Schuback,
Josh Schuback.
but it's spelled Schuback.
Okay.
So a little,
I made sure. I made
throw
sure.
some people off.
I made sure I got that shit. Right, low key on my phone book. I was like, make sure we spell it all right and
Appreciate
everything like that. But how you feeling? Go ahead, get this shit popping. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Okay. So we have like some base knowledge of like your background, who you are,
Right.
like who's your mentor and stuff. But we typically like starting off the show by asking you to tell the people, the 20 or 30 that watch.
The 20 or 30 you, baby, that fucking watch this shit. I fucking love every single minute of you guys. I swear to God, I'll fucking suck all your dicks. I don't care. I love y'all so much. That's the Real Relay fam. That is a family. I don't give a fuck. 30, 20, 50. We've been kind of popping off low key, really, man. And it's like, I'm fucking enjoying every motherfucking second of it. I love that shit. Thank you for buying the merch, by the way, too. The website's back on. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
All good. So we usually like to ask. So Josh, who are you today?
Who am I today?
Yeah.
Today, I am an audio engineer who works and manages Phoenix Down Recording. And I've been doing this shit for like 3.5 years now. And I started as an intern at Phoenix Down, worked my way up, started doing sessions there, started engineering. And then John Scott, who was the last episode, right?
Yep.
Moved to LA.
Well, he was episode, by the time this shit comes out, this is going to be episode 30. So he was 27.
So there's people, okay.
Yeah, so by the time this comes out, he had been on the show already.
Hell yeah.
So-
So John Scott was, like you said, my main mentor. And he moved to LA in the end of the summer. So since he left, I've been transitioning into like running the studio and doing some more like business side of things, making sure the day-to-day operations are going smooth on top of just, keeping up as an audio engineer and as a producer.
Okay. Cool. Nice. So that's kind of been your life the past like 3 years.
Yeah.
How did you like get into like, okay, I like making beats, like this is something I want to pursue? Tell us about that story.
Like a lot of people, I feel like I just kind of fell into it. I always like loved music, and I was like, I knew I want to like work in music somehow. But taking that like first step is so challenging for anything, but specifically with music because it can be very like hard to figure out what that first step actually is. You know what I mean? There's not like specific jobs you apply for where like, oh, this is what you do if you want to get into the music industry, So I was undergrad at Tufts University, and I was taking a couple music classes.
Oh,
and
damn.
Yes, sir. And at this point, I was like an econ major. I was taking like poli-sci classes. Like, wasn't really sure what I was gonna do with my life, but I had a music professor who was like, if you really want to like try and pursue music, you need to be in a recording studio. And at this point, I'd never been in a recording studio before. So I just started Googling like a bunch of music studios in the Boston area. And I'm like cold calling them, seeing like what's what.
Cold calling.
He's doing the BDR work.
And a lot of the studios were just like, I was so turned off by it because it was like, oh, you need to know how to like read sheet music, which is, that like classical shit, or like, just stuff I was not interested in. Yeah. And then like I called Phoenix Down eventually. It was like, somewhere on the list.
The bottom.
Definitely not, because John takes that Google shit seriously.
Yeah?
Oh my God, yeah.
Google
if you look up Phoenix Down right now, that
That bitch is
it's
number
either
one.
4.9 or 5 stars.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, them clicks. Like I'm telling you that be number one on Google. When I say, yo, what's real relate? Google it. We Google that shit right now.
Yeah,
that
it's
shit will
just gonna
pop
pop
up.
up.
That shit pop up number motherfucking one, bro. Hell
No,
yeah.
same with Phoenix Down, bro. John, from the beginning, John's like been so on top of that. I remember one time somebody left like a 3.5 star review and John called them.
Where is it? Where is it? I lied. I fucking. Oh, wait, this ain't Google though. This is Bing.
That doesn't count. That doesn't
This
count.
is Bing.
That doesn't
Well,
count.
actually, right now too. I just fucking. Our website right now. We actually. By the time, we're recording this now, we had to renew our fucking domain and shit like that.
Oh, that shit's a bitch.
So, yeah. So this might actually not fucking pop up no Caparino, bro. No cappuccino. But
Hey,
we
there it
are,
is, number one,
baby.
baby.
But you know that we up there. You already
Oh,
know.
this is a fire website.
Yo, I know. That's what I'm saying. Look how cute this
Okay,
guy looks.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's just crazy. That's not the point of this interview, though.
The point of this interview is
Yeah.
Josh, so
Now,
stay on
let's
topic.
look at Phoenix. Phoenix.
Yeah, imagine Phoenix.
I can't even fucking spell.
In my head, I always have to say Phoenix.
Oh, yo, look. I don't even gotta
That's
hit.
what I'm talking about.
I don't even gotta hit
I'm talking
fucking
about, baby.
search, bro. Like that. Yo, address, location, engine. Like Jesus, my man's is
4.9.
4.9.
We gotta get that back up to 5.
109 Google reviews. I'm gonna leave a review and hopefully that shit bumps up to a 5. But yo, good shit, bro. That is
24 hours too. That's not a joke. That's for
no
real.
cap.
Yeah, 7 days a week, 24 hours.
Dead ass,
Swear to God.
Why is that?
bro. Because you know you. Come
So
on,
like,
you know Trippie in the
we have
studio.
mad engineers. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
me, Mackie, Kurt, Ali, Julia, Schofield, Casso. Like, there's other people too. I mean, that's most of it. Ed, can't forget Ed.
Yeah, don't forget him.
Yeah, sorry, audio. But you know, between all of us, like we got most of the hours of the day covered. Like for real. You know,
Damn.
most days there's probably like 3-4 hours in between like session time. So like I might start at 10 a.m. and the last person's going to like 6 or 7 a.m. This is how it goes. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so like round the clock.
It
Someone's-
really is around the clock.
So if
People are
I
there.
want to record a fire verse at 3:00 in the morning,
yeah.
damn. And you have to, I feel like you know that in the industry that you're in, you gotta be up. These motherfuckers, they fucking do shit during the day. They gotta. That's why I'm always telling you, bro. There's 24 hours in a day. Real Relay fam, I'm telling you, there's 24 hours in a day. While y'all sleeping, we working.
Facts.
Okay, we're in your 20s. You should be taking fucking full advantage of that shit. And you should be grinding your ass off. These people that tell me they need 8 hours of sleep, you don't want to succeed.
Yeah, I don't get
You
8
could
hours
survive
of
off of
sleep.
6.
Yeah, 5 even.
No,
5
man,
and I'm going.
Yo, okay, I'm a madman. Obviously, I'd be like
You
3
going
hours
for
of sleep.
it? Three? Three's a
two.
little-
Yo,
it's a little
I
too
be
low for
editing
me.
these videos at like till like 4:00 in the morning, and
then
I
waking up.
gotta tell myself I gotta go to bed because I gotta wake up from my corporate job to fucking in the next 2 hours or
That's
3
tough,
hours,
bro.
You know
It's
what
a
I'm
grind.
saying?
Like you said, though, in your 20s, like that's the time to do this.
Bro,
you know what I
fuck yeah.
mean? That's how I see it.
We-
I know it's not forever.
Yeah, you know it's not.
Yeah.
And people like us, we understand that. Like we know it's not forever, and we know that like if we grind now, we're gonna be fucking on the
Yeah.
beach in Turks and Caicos one day,
Facts.
vibing,
Life is gonna be
relaxing.
so much
Facts.
easier down the
And
line.
I can't lie, I love it. I love
the
the late night
grind.
grind. When everybody else is sleeping and I'm working, there's like an energy to that. You know what I mean? Like,
because you know everyone's
you know,
You know you getting ahead.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
You win in the
exactly.
race.
yeah, you know you putting on the late nights. Go ahead.
Facts. I would say a huge thing with artists too. I find like you said, you know, they're doing shit during the day, whether it's like press or like interviews, whatever. At night's the time when they can really lock in and focus because nobody's hitting their phone up constantly. Like,
That's also very true.
you know what
too.
I mean?
That's
So they can
also-
get in like that
that makes
mindset where they
sense.
can create and like
That-
uninterrupted.
That's also honestly. I never
thought about that.
You a genius. Yo, you a genius. I never realized that because you're right. I feel like during the day, you notice this too. Like I'm always on my phone.
Right.
And that's because I'm an observer. Have you seen? I don't know if you've seen the Marvel movies and shit, but like
I watched. I went to see Eternals yesterday.
the what?
The new one.
Oh, really?
Oh, don't
Yeah.
spoil it. Don't. But what'd you think? It was okay. I heard it was okay.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
I saw.
You gotta stay for those end credits.
Oh, we
Yes.
know. This is
Yeah,
a Marvel
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
You know what time it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I was saying I saw Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
and that was okay.
It was okay. Yeah.
It was just like another like
origin story.
Yeah, exactly. They're like getting ready to create this whole new
Captain
like crop
Marvel.
of
the dark
Avengers.
the dark,
and what-
the dark
The Dark
Avengers.
Avengers.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
the
dark
fucking the fucking baddies. I would. Yeah, it was okay, but damn, what?
So you're
working at night.
Oh, working at night.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, you're right. You've always noticed me going on my phone and shit like that, and I'm the observer. I be watching. I be noticing a lot of shit. Be like John Scott with his like fucking.
Wait, how was
4.0.
that? How are you gonna tie that into Marvel though?
because there's a entity like a being called the Watcher, and he like
Oh,
observes,
you ever seen the What If show on Disney Plus?
No, but somebody was telling me that.
Yeah.
So there's a guy.
he like observes the greater universe from like an outside
Oh,
dimension.
very cool.
Yeah, he observes everything, and like
Very
he's an
cool.
ultimate like powerful being essentially. But that's what I'm saying. So I'm kind of like that, where I like watch a lot,
Gotcha,
don't post a
gotcha.
lot and shit like that. You kind of have to, as you being in the industry and like social media shit.
Yeah.
Like how John Scott is with his 4.9 rating. Like, you got to kind
Yeah,
of
no,
be on
you
top
really
of it.
do. It's important.
But I'm saying like, what I mean to say is like tying this in is like, during the day I either got fucking work, making dinner, fucking doing a bunch of, and you obviously shit you gotta do too.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean? And so for me, it's like I'm always hitting my people are up during the day. And I realized that night why I like grinding and why I like hustling is because at night, you're right. There's no one fucking blowing up my phone.
Right.
There's no one texting me. There's no one calling. There's nothing. So it's
100%.
everyone's sleeping. So I'm like, I don't feel like I'm missing out on something. You
Yeah.
know, even though I don't have FOMO or anything like that, but still I don't feel like I'm missing out.
No,
like
totally.
creating friendships and bonds and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know?
Especially if you're doing something creative, like editing a video or something. You know,
You
what
know,
I
you
mean?
gotta be in that.
You gotta be able
you
to
gotta be in that-
focus. Like,
yeah, and I be hitting up my like my LA friends or like my Cali friends, like late night because
Yeah,
they're the
that's
only
nice
ones that
to
are
have.
really
Yeah,
up. But
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have a lot of them, so it's like it's tough. But yeah, dude, the grind, baby,
Yeah,
the
it's
grind, baby, the
It's
grind.
The 20s grind.
The 20s grind. Fucking
real.
do it, man. These people be calling me and they be like, I'm fucking this and that, this and that. Like, bro, stop with your pussy ass excuses.
Yeah.
My man is out here grinding.
I will say, like, something that, like, I realized along the way, which was just, like, if you want to do something, just do it. Like, there's no, I wanna create this. I want to be a producer. It's
You
nothing,
did that.
yeah,
you
yeah,
were in
exactly.
classes. You were taking classes.
Facts,
You were doing
exactly.
your
That's
thing.
what I'm
And your
saying.
professor was like, yo, go in the studio.
So, yeah,
What'd
like-
you do? You fucking Googled shit and you got in the studio.
So, yeah, I was
so
saying,
you cold called
I called
Phoenix
John
down?
Scott.
You like how
yeah,
I brought that back?
Yeah, you landed the plane on that.
Yes, sir.
I called John Scott and he's like, you met him. He was like, yeah, cool, just come in. I was just like, okay. Yeah, I had no idea what's going on. I'm like printing out a resume to bring in. Like,
Like,
I, have
just come in.
I have no idea what it's like a studio at this point. That was the only studio I actually went to in person. And then I like walk in. He's like recording somebody's in a session, of course. Like half paying attention to me. I like hand him my resume. He immediately like does not look at it. Of course, like doesn't matter at all. And then he's like, "You smoke?" And I was like, yeah. Like, it was just so like foreign
this
to
is-
me. All of
You
that.
know what this sounds like? This sounds like an episode of Lil Dicky.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this sounds like.
Yeah, honestly.
literally
But-
episode of Lil Dicky.
Literally, like that was the first time I went to Phoenix Down, and I immediately just like fell in love with like the studio. You know what I mean? Like the vibe of the studio. Like
The
I was just like,
studio.
oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. Like it just clicked. You know what I mean? Right away. And, like I still feel like that. Like Phoenix Down, or like any studio, but specifically Phoenix Down, favorite place in the world.
That's your home.
Yeah, that's where I'm the most
yeah.
comfortable. It's where I spend the most time. Like for real.
Yo,
Like,
he took the. Okay, come in.
yeah, just so casual. You know how he is. He just like
Bro,
so casually says
When
things.
he
and,
did
like,
that interview with us, it was just so casual. It was just
It
like
was so spontaneous.
Yeah.
it was like a fucking Tuesday, and like we don't do
no,
recording.
I
on
was with him
Tuesday.
before too, and like we were in the
I
middle.
tried
of
getting
something.
both you guys together. He
I
brought that
know.
up too.
Yeah.
He was like, "Damn," he's like,
I
"You
wish.
can't get Josh," and I'm like,
He should have known he was with me. Like honest.
"No." That he, yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like so. But then he's like, "I'm flying out to LA again on like Wednesday, so
no.
like we gotta do this now." I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna fucking not do it.
No, I'd have loved to do it. I don't think me and him have ever like been interviewed together. That'd be so lit.
He said, "Give him 6 months.
Yeah.
He wants to come on again."
Hell yeah. No,
And
because he
yeah.
you was so lucky like the timing worked out like that. He was only here for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And you guys caught him for an hour.
It was just
He was in LA again recently, right?
He lives out there. Yeah.
he's
Like
got a
full-time in
No, he's
Yeah.
got bro. You didn't hear the interview. He's got
Yeah. So
He
he
lives
moved,
out there.
He moved to LA and like
no, but he's got his crib over here with his wife.
no.
Oh, he moved over
He
there.
moved.
And
to
you
LA.
just managed the studio for him?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So he comes back every like 6 weeks, I would say, for like a week at a time. Like when you guys interviewed him, he was back
Wow.
for like 5 days just to like check on the place.
So we really just got lucky.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't think you guys
Damn, it's
fully realized
kinda-
that.
I didn't realize it till now, I guess. The stars
no,
aligned on
so
that.
in the beginning of September, he like fully moved to LA, and that was always a plan for him, like before COVID, because he's from the West Coast, and he
Is that why it's called Phoenix?
Yo, he called.
surprisingly no, but he is from Phoenix.
He called when he
okay.
called me. The area code was,
Was it still Phoenix?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, because he's got that 6.
And I'm like, yo, I'm like high as shit. It's like a fucking Monday night. I'm high as fuck watching like anime and shit.
Yeah.
And like this dude calls me like at fucking night. I'm like, who the fuck is calling me from Phoenix, Arizona? What the fuck?
Yeah.
He calls me and he's like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, all right.
so casual about
I
everything.
was like, okay, let me get the studio. So that was crazy.
But yeah, his plan was always to move back out west, like, personal and professional reasons. But like, John's from a big family. He's got like 6 or 7 siblings, I think. And they like most of them live on the West Coast and shit. So being out there always made sense for him and his wife. She's from out there too.
Damn, yeah, because Adrian was from Woodland Hills. He lived out there. And I was telling him about it. He's like, oh, I don't really know too much. Like, I don't know where that is and shit like that. So I'm like, oh, next time we go out there, I got to visit you and shit like that. Go out, get some drinks with him or some shit.
Yeah.
Or smoke or whatever the fuck he wants to do. But you.
Yes, sir.
You're the fucking guy now here. He trusts you a lot.
He does.
He loves you a lot.
I love him too.
How'd you build up that, like, relationship trust from the moment, like, you walked in for that first interview with him to, like, now managing the studio, like, the entire operation business?
It was really that first summer. So I showed up in, like, March of, it was 2018. I showed up to Phoenix Sound for the first time. And I don't know if he brought this up. He did not like me at first. For, like, the first 2 months, I was coming in, like, once a week type shit while I was still in school. And he was like, who the fuck is this kid? I was just, like, quiet, I think. I was like, I didn't really feel comfortable speaking.
I mean,
like,
you're a Scorpio.
yeah, and like facts.
Don't get these people started. Don't get these people started.
But it wasn't until like I finally got comfortable and like we started talking that like we became close. But then that summer, I was doing like a part-time job at Tufts just to like make some money.
Yeah.
And I literally like, let's say the summer you got like, let's just call it like June, July, August, so like 90 days. I probably was at the studio like 87 days.
Oh, wow.
I just went like every fucking
my
day.
man's was locked
I
in
went
the
like
stew,
I was
bro.
working a job where I either like at Tufts where I either was working from like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., 4 p.m. to midnight, or sometimes I had to work midnight to 8 a.m.
Third shift? Oof.
Yeah,
Ooh,
the midnight shift.
The
is
third
tough.
shift is
tough.
My mom used to work that shit.
But whatever shift I had, like the other time, I was at the studio, and then I was like sleeping on the job, the other job, just to like catch up. But
I
like
feel you,
it was
yeah.
just like I just needed to be in the studio as much as I could.
And like,
That was like my whole
and
summer.
to be honest, it kind of worked out. Like,
Bro.
it worked out. Like, it works out. Like, if you are consistent and fucking bust your ass
Yep.
and stop giving me pussy excuses on how you're fucking sad and all this dumb shit and actually grind.
Well,
and
people could be sad.
You could be sad. Don't get me wrong. No, first of all, I cry every day. Let's make that clear. Okay? I'm sad. I'm not saying don't be sad, but I feel like some people use that as like a crutch sometimes. I'm not saying you can't have a bad day. I'm not saying you can't be upset, have feelings and emotions.
100%.
But sometimes people, what I'm saying by that is statement is like, sometimes people use that as a way to not achieve their goals and achieve your dreams. Like you said, like, if you want to do something, do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And taking that a step further, like people when they ask me about like getting better, whether it's like as a production or engineer, I'm like, how do you get better at basketball? You go out and shoot every day. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with this shit. Like,
you think LeBron is like,
you practice and it's consistency. Like that's all it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there is such a thing as I think natural talent. Like whether somebody has perfect pitch or like just more naturally inclined to music, but like it's about hard work at the end of the day. You know what I mean? This shit doesn't come easy to anybody. You gotta put in the time.
That's that Mamba mentality.
Facts.
That for real. Then Kobe, LeBron, all these people fucking are on their ass all day, fucking
Right?
complaining
they're
and crying.
You talk to any of their teammates, they're the hardest worker
For
on the
sure,
team.
for sure. I mean, and I'm not saying you gotta be the hardest worker in the fucking studio. You gotta fucking be the biggest fucking being going crazy.
No,
and
but-
I'm saying like, here at Real Relate, we care about y'all, you know, and we care about everybody. We love your feelings. We love, mental illness and sicknesses. It's a real thing. We take that shit very seriously. But don't be afraid to try something new and to get out there and to fucking get after it. And even if you're scared or like alone or anything like that, like try. Because that's how we started with this shit.
Yeah.
We were like, what are we going to do? Like, are people going to like this? Are people not going to like it?
When did you guys start this podcast?
A year ago.
Like literally about a year ago? Word.
Yeah, like
That's crazy.
Like a year ago, and like,
Hell yeah.
bro, we thought the same thing too. We had a guy, shout out to CJ. He was like the same way. He was like kind of like he's like a year younger than us and shit like that. And he was like, we always trying to make decisions and shit. Sometimes it was tough because he was like, he's like, I don't know if I want this or I don't know if I want that, and like it was kind of holding us back sometimes, and not even just like holding us back, but just like different opinions and views and shit, and like. I felt like he had such great potential to want to be like a streamer and like a good like Call of Duty player and shit like that. But I'm like, yo, bro, like go and get it. You know what I mean?
You
Like
gotta do it.
he wanted to stream, but he didn't want to have the camera. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, you gotta get
Right.
personal with your audience and like really, if you're
And
gonna do
it's
something, do it.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
That shit's tough though. I get like putting your face out there and shit.
Yeah,
like,
putting yourself out there in
it's not
general.
easy. I could never be an artist. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that. That shit, like-
But it doesn't matter because you're a fucking amazing sound
Thank you.
engineer.
I appreciate that.
For
Yeah.
sure. Now tell us about. I want to do this relationship now. Tell me more a little bit about you and your like proceedings through Phoenix now, like how you been doing, like from like now, like what are you doing like now and shit
So
like that.
right now, most of my time is still spent like as an audio engineer.
Yeah.
So I'm at the studio basically 6-7 days a week. working with artists, recording, mixing songs, pumping out content. And then on top of that, I'm like overseeing the day-to-day operations of the studio.
Yeah.
So that's just like if something needs to get done, whether that's like we need a construction shit that we're like I don't know if John brought that up. We're like currently doing some renovations at the studio, so like overseeing that type of shit, building a new booth for our B room, renovating shit, overseeing that, overseeing the other engineers, making sure they're all like in a good space and being taken care of and like don't need anything. If there's any like artist issues or something that needs to handle, I'm usually like the point for that. Like I'm running point on that type of shit. So it's cool because like I didn't. John, like I said, I've been planning to move to LA for a while, and I knew I was going to be put in this position, but I didn't fully realize what that would mean for me, like on a day-to-day basis. And it's just been like a huge like stress on like people skills, which like is dope. You know what I mean? Because like I had to fire somebody, which I had never done before.
What was that like? Tell me about that.
I was just very like upfront and straightforward about it. You know what I mean?
Business.
I wasn't trying. Yeah, I was just like, listen, man, this like I don't think this is working for us. I don't think this is working for you. It was just like an intern. You know what I mean? But
lack of hard work.
It just wasn't a good fit. Like it wasn't. He wasn't doing exactly what we wanted from him, and I don't think he was. I genuinely don't think he was getting out of it what he hoped he would. So I don't think either of us were really happy. But no bullshit. You know that movie Moneyball?
Yeah.
I'd been watching that recently, and there's a scene where Brad Pitt, who's like the GM, is telling Jonah Hill, who's like his assistant, how to like tell somebody they're being traded. And he's like, you just gotta be like straightforward with them. You gotta, these are the facts. This is what's happening. Move on.
For sure.
And that's just how I like.
That's how it went down.
Yeah,
It's
because like
business.
the analogy is like, would you rather get shot in the stomach 5 times or shot in the head 1 time? You know what I mean? And slowly die or quickly die.
Damn.
Yeah, it's cold, but like, nobody wants to hear like, oh, we appreciate. No, just be honest with somebody. You know what I mean? Give them that respect at least. Like,
Yeah.
So-
I'm always a softie. I lighten the blow a little bit.
I think I am too, but like, I don't think that's always best.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about with like managing the studio is like working on those people skills. Even if it's like if there's a disagreement between a client and an engineer or something, and I have to like step in and like help like mediate that, or like, you know what I mean? Even if an engineer comes to me with something, like just dealing with that type of stuff is a whole different skill set that I think like in the long term is going to be super beneficial for me.
Oh yeah.
But I just had no idea that was even coming my way. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Damn. So you're learning real people skills. and,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like management shit.
Real like. You're getting some real fucking work in there.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. As a
For
man,
real.
and you're a sound engineer too. So like you're getting
Yeah.
the managing business
Your
shit
flashlight is on.
and shit like that. Damn, bro. Must have been the Casamigos from last night. That's nuts, man. But talk to me also. Like that growth is possible. That growth is there. So you're doing your day-to-day shit. Talk to me about you're successful now. Maybe.
you.
Well, people.
It depends what you're.
Yeah, he was about to say that same thing. He's like, well, I don't call myself as successful, but I feel like you're successful.
I appreciate that.
And I'm proud of you and your success. What are some of the people or crazy shit that has happened at this moment? Like, who have you worked with? Give me some of your catalog.
So
Highlights.
highlights.
Some highlights.
Let's definitely go over the highlights real quick. Been in the studio with Snoop Dogg twice. Cool as you think he would be. Cool ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Snoop
you smoke with him?
D.O.D. Of course.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And I don't really smoke anymore. Like rarely smoke. And the second time he came, maybe the first time too. Like the day he was coming, we didn't know he was coming at this point. I was like, guys, I think I'm done smoking. And then like half hour later, somebody's like, yo, Snoop Dogg's coming in the studio.
Like,
And I was just like, well, obviously I'm not done yet. Like,
well, I guess today I am.
wait, dude, the coolest, nicest motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
and he comes with those blunts with the glass tips.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit is clean.
Damn.
So cool. I think I still kept one low.
Did he pass you the blunt?
Yeah. You don't pass him the blunt. He passes you the blunt.
Oh my god.
You
What
don't-
was
you-
it like at that moment when you go to reach
must-
for the blunt?
you
from
must-
I was just like,
Snoop
I'm really smoking with Snoop.
You must have been like, I'm living every childhood's dream right now. Like,
yeah, because that's it. There's like certain people who are just such cultural like forces. Like my grandma knows who Snoop Dogg is. You know what I mean?
My
Like,
grandma knows what Snoop Dogg
Yeah,
is.
if I was like Lil Baby, she'd be like, okay. Like,
She'd be like, who the f-
yeah.
like,
Like Snoop Dogg. She's
Lil
like
Baby.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop.
Yeah, Snoop.
That's-
So
D-O-double-G.
exactly,
Yeah.
and just such a nice guy. I remember the first time too. He they were like put some shit on the TV, and I put like one of those like wildlife Netflix shows. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, like National Geographic.
Yeah,
or some
type shit.
Oh,
and I
what's that?
didn't know that. You know those videos of him like narrating that
Yeah,
shit?
yeah.
I didn't know about those, so I put it on, and he just starts like narrating for us. Funniest shit ever.
Oh my
We're
god.
just all sitting there, and he's like, Yeah, that polar bear's about to get fucked up. Just like-
Wait, what's that? What's the one on Netflix? The one that's like super famous that everyone watches. The like
Planet Earth.
Planet
Earth. Yeah, I think that it might have been that.
Dude,
Yeah, that shit is such a vibe in the studio
You
too.
throw that shit on in the background, and you're like,
Yeah.
damn.
So Snoop Dogg, definitely a big highlight. I think that was like the first. No, I'd been with some people from YSL before, which was cool.
Oh, word,
Just to
YSL.
be around, like, you know, people who move like that.
Who from YSL?
Do you know who Strick is? He's a dope artist. He works with, like, Thug a lot. He wrote song from Rodeo. Not Rodeo. Was it Rodeo? No, from Birds in the Trap.
Okay.
The song's, oh my God, what's it called? In my rock star skinnies. Oh, I don't know if you're really gonna feel. I forget what the song is.
No, I know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He wrote that song though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
He wrote that for Travis.
Damn.
Need some more. From me.
Damn.
You know what song I'm talking about?
I know what song you're talking about, but
Can't remember what
my
song.
favorite song on that album is "Through the Late Night."
Oh, of course. Yeah, with Cudi. Yeah, with the hum.
That shit is fire.
I still love the Nav song.
Bro, I know.
I love
She
that
said she
one.
want more, so I will get more.
But,
Bitch out the door.
Just like the way they moved, like all the YSL people I've met at this point have a very like specific way of recording.
Yeah.
They like punch in line by line, which is not that unique, but they're fast at it. I think it's fast as fuck. So as an engineer, you have to be fast as fuck.
So you be using the slide that
The glide.
Oh,
the glide.
John talked
The
about
glide.
the
The
glide.
glide. The glide that he told you.
Bro, I don't know where this term glide came from because
The
like
glide.
what John really just saying is like you just go on to be so smooth as a recording engineer that the artist is just like seamlessly punching in and you know what I mean, doing line after line, and they're not like waiting for you ever. But like I feel like 6 months ago I started hearing people say glide at the studio. I was like, what the fuck is this glide shit that everybody's talking about?
Yo, John Scott's a trendsetter.
I think one of the like interns called it the glide, and John like loved that and started running with the term or something.
Yeah, I mean, he showed us. He pointed to
He's
us.
called it the
Now
glide.
I know it's called the
He's
glide.
got to
glide.
trademark that shit.
Yeah, honestly though, yeah.
Yeah, for real.
And it makes sense. Like if you saw us work, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, you guys are gliding." But so the YSL guys, like they need the glide,
Yeah.
and something they'll do that I've never really seen anybody else do. If they're punching in a line, they'll say it, and if they don't hit it, they'll like you'll keep recording them, like you won't stop them, and they'll say it like 4 more times, and then they'll be like, "Use the third one."
Damn.
Does that, I don't know if that
Yeah,
makes
no, that
sense.
make- no,
To-
that's
to
crazy.
Pick the one that sounded the best.
Yeah, but they'll just say
But
it
they'll
all
keep-
in
but
one
they'll
take.
keep going, yeah.
So like I got it.
So
I got it.
You got to look at those
Use the
sound
third
waves
one.
and make sure you know which
Exactly,
block
and like
time
chop
they
it up and put
chop.
it in the perfect
Woo,
timing.
that's
yeah.
tough, bro.
And yeah, exactly. And then it's just like they're ready for the next line already.
Damn.
So it's
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But that like being able to do that and then like Strick fuck with me and like that shit was really cool. Was like a confidence boost. You know what I mean? It made me feel more comfortable. And then since then it's been like been in the studio with Lil Tjay. He was here for like
Lil Tjay?
for like a week. That was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
What kind of guy is he?
He was pretty cool. A little quiet at first, but like once he got
Seemed like a quiet
yeah,
guy.
yeah. He's young. I mean, he was younger than me. I mean, he still is younger than me, but like that was crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he, I was really impressed with him because he's like I heard him sing like as I was getting ready without auto tune, fucking amazing,
Yeah.
so fucking good. I was just like, oh, he's really that good.
He's
Like,
talented.
yeah, like he's really
He's
that
one of my
talented.
newer favorite artists.
Hell yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, he's got the melodies, bro, for real. Like, so like, it's cool when you see somebody like that and you're like, oh, they really are as good as you like would hope they would be. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was cool as fuck. Trippie Redd's been in the studio a couple times. That was cool. He
How
brings
was
his own
he?
engineer. Once again, young. He's like a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I remember he was eating like pizza and candy and drinking soda, recorded a song, and then like got tired and fell asleep.
Sounds like a 13-year-old kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like his manager was literally like, "Trippie, say thank you." Like,
Trippie?
yeah, you know what I mean? They
Trippie?
treat him like a kid. Like
Say thank
this
you.
was a couple years ago now, but still, like it was so interesting.
I forget these new artists are always
young,
just like
bro.
so
So young
young.
kids.
so
yeah.
young. And then trying to think since then.
You were just on your grind, just hustling.
Lil Baby. I'm sure John touched on that.
Lil
That was
Baby.
a crazy time.
You made a beat. You made a nice beat for him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
Has the song released yet?
No, that's never gonna come out.
It's not gonna come out.
No.
Can you
Oh,
leak
he
it?
laid down
I can talk about.
he laid down some vocals.
Me and another producer at the studio, stayed up and made like 10 beats in like the time that Lil Baby was there. He was at the studio for like I want to say like 3-4 days in a row when he came the first time to Phoenix Sound, and one of the nights me and this other producer stayed up, and I think we both took Adderall. And just
Gotta
locked
chop
in.
it up.
Yeah, and we made like 10 beats that night, knowing that Lil Baby was coming back the next day. And there was one that I was like, I fuck with this one. I fuck with this one. And Lil Baby was with 42 Doug, all the days. Who at the time wasn't that big. but like it's popped off since then.
Bitch, we paid.
The song's
Bitch, we
fire. I fuck
paid.
with the song with Tyler too on Tyler's album.
Yeah.
That song is hard.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so the next day they were like going through beats, and it's like you see these folders pop up. It's like T minus Murder Beats, like all the best producers in the game, like. And John, who was like engineering, recording them, was like, "Oh, like, let me play some beats," and like we got. So he plays like me and this other producer's beats, and they fuck with one of our beats, and they start recording on it. And 42 Doug does like a verse and a hook. Baby has like half a verse done and like some like intro shit, and then he's like gotta go. He's got I don't know if he had like some interview or like he might have even had to go to a show, but we just have this like half finished song that like nothing ever is gonna get done with. Definitely about their shit. Lil Baby like. Very particular, like recording, like so. I don't know. John talked about the specifics, but like he recorded, "Baby," like the song with Lil Baby.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did. Yeah.
And the baby and
Baby by Lil Baby and the Baby.
So there's the initial version that we have, which like so fire. It doesn't have the baby on it. It's just Lil Baby the whole time. So there's like an extra Lil Baby verse. So fire. I love that version. But that whole like song was probably like I think he took like 400 takes.
Wow.
Damn.
To do it, yeah. He's very particular. You know what I mean? Like
That's
about
what
how
I'm
he
saying,
sounds
yeah.
and how he wants it to sound, and like
Damn.
yeah, which is cool. You know what I mean? As an engineer, that's like the best thing. When an artist knows what they want, it makes our job so easy.
Yeah.
My least favorite thing when an artist is like, I don't know what I want, but I don't like that, and they just they don't like a lot of things. It's like, well, what do you want? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? 'Cause
Right,
as an
right.
engineer, it's like if I'm working on your song, your music, I'm trying to help you execute your vision. It's not my name on the song at the end of
And
the day.
that's where the producer comes in and helps drive our direction.
Sometimes, yeah, but like a lot of times, like especially in hip hop, like producers are just emailing in beats, beat packs to artists,
Yeah.
and then the artists are like picking what their favorite beats are, and
Okay.
going from there. So there's not a lot of like. There are times where like I'm in the studio with an artist and a producer working on a song, and that shit's dope. But I wouldn't say it's like common, especially in hip hop.
Damn. Is there anyone that you really want to work with?
Oh yeah, so many people.
What's like your number? Who's like your number one, number two?
Favorite artist of all time is Kanye. So like
I was about to say that. I was like, yo, we gotta get you in the studio with Kanye.
that would be like
I would
yeah.
fucking cry.
He's like the reason I like produce and shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's like just from like a production standpoint.
What's your favorite Kanye album?
It changes, but overall, I gotta say Dark Fantasy.
Dark Fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Life of Pablo.
Life of Pablo. Okay.
Yeah.
You were a senior in high school or when that came out?
Freshman in college. Yeah.
right.
Mine's 808 and Heartbreak.
Hell yeah. Sometimes that's my favorite. Depends on mood I'm in.
Yeah. Well, it was like Graduation, 808 and Heartbreak, and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, those are fucking guys. You should. I want like you and John Scott like to get to like that like where you're like a legendary like fucking producer on that type of level where you're making shit for like Kanye and like Drake. and
Dude,
shit
that's
like
the
that.
dream.
Like,
I
Lil
also
Wayne.
love Drake, but do you repeat let me get rid of this shit. I want to show you my phone background. Real quick. You see that?
Bro,
The
yes,
graduation
that's the bear.
alternate cover art.
Yeah, that is so sick.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Is that the wait? Let me see. Is that the? I was about to say, I thought that was the Kids See Ghost thing in the
I don't know,
background.
but it looks like that. I
Right?
never really thought of
Yeah,
that. Yeah, that's crazy.
That looked like the Kids See
I mean,
Ghost.
same guy, Murakami.
Yeah, word.
But yeah, Kanye would be like the dream. Just like what he means to me, you know what I mean? Like musically, like when I first listened to those albums, it was like
Change your life.
yeah, it was like a musical awakening. It was like, oh my god, I never heard music like this.
Damn.
I always like to ask people, college dropout or late registration?
Hold on, I need to check something before I say something.
Which
on
song are you curious about? If it's on which?
Which one is the one that starts with "Good Morning"?
That's graduation.
That's Graduation.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking
The two
wrong.
albums.
Wrong
The two
College Dropout and Late Registration are
albums
like
out before.
sonically similar.
Yeah.
It was his first and second album. College Dropout is like,
I think I'm gonna say Late Registration.
me too. Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Late Registration.
Late Registration has like Touch
Drive
the
Slow,
Sky,
Homie.
Gold Digger. Yeah, Drive,
Drive
Slow,
Slow, Homie.
classic.
Drive Slow, homie.
College Dropout has like his like original hits like Slow
Jesus-
Jams,
Jesus Walks.
Jesus Walks.
Jesus walks.
Yeah.
The snares on that song crazy.
Late Registration also has Diamonds Are Forever.
Oh my God.
With Jay-Z
Diamonds
with
for
the,
Sierra
with the
Leone.
remix. Yeah. Dude, fire. Yeah, Late Registration though. They're both gone.
I feel like Late Registration, he like kind of perfected what he was trying to do on College Dropout.
Yeah.
But College Dropout is like so feel good and
They're
such
just
a
so
good
good
vibe.
albums. That trifecta
Yeah.
with Graduation,
Oh my God.
that Trinity,
Yeah.
that Zelda Trinity was awesome. That's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
but
glad-
so I was just say though, I love really love other types of music. I grew up playing piano and like taught myself how to play guitar. I wouldn't say I like play guitar, but like I'm still working on it. And like I love music that's like based on guitar, like indie band type shit. Like
okay.
I don't know. John mentioned Crumb.
Crumb.
the band that we worked with.
He mentioned like a couple bands, but no name specifically.
So Crumb is really cool. It's 4 guys, 4 people rather, who actually went to Tufts undergrad.
Oh, word.
And 2 of them, I think, were interns at Phoenix Down while they were undergrad at Tufts. And so, like, they knew John and shit. And they formed a band, recorded their first EP with John. And then, like, somehow or other, like, somebody's girlfriend's little brother or some shit posted it on Reddit, and it, like, blew up overnight.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like, crazy. And John, like,
Power of the internet.
yeah, recorded, mixed that whole first EP. And then, like, they got pretty big. Like, right now, they have, like, 1.6 million monthly listeners. So, like, they're
Damn.
really doing
Wow.
it. They're on tour right now. And such great people. Like, I love all of them so much. And then
Damn.
they came back for their first, like, full-length album and had John and me, like, mix it, which was
Shit.
so fucking fire. Because, like, at that point, they were, like...
When you say mix, what do you mean?
So, in that, like, scenario, they had already recorded all the music. Like, it was already... Like, all the songs were already, like, recorded and, like, in their somewhat final form. They were, like... If this is, like, the finish line, like, 100% of the song being done, they were at, like...
Mix and master.
They
It's
were
the
at,
final
like,
touches.
They were at like 90%. Some of them were at like 60%, but they were all just needing a little extra. So it was like, okay, how can we make this guitar sound better? How could these vocals sound better? You know what I mean? Shit like that. And that's what mixing is.
Okay, so you get into the tech and then you just adjust things?
Yeah, so think of mixing somewhat analogous to what a editor does for a movie. Where it's like you have all the shit that's been shot, and we're
okay.
putting it into its final form. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. I'm visualizing. That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
You should teach a class.
I would, bro.
You and John should just teach
I would
a fucking
love
class
to.
on this shit.
We've like very loosely talked about the idea of somehow, you know, turning Phoenix Down into like, you know, an educational thing.
An academy.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be
Phoenix
lit.
Down Academy. Phoenix Academy.
Yo,
Phoenix Academy.
if that happens, all I want is a hug. All I want is a hug.
got
And
you.
2%.
we give you a couple free credits.
Yeah. Well, he told us you guys are having an event in April.
We are.
Yeah.
He's like, wait,
He's like, shit.
You know, that's how John rolls. You know,
He was
I'll
just-
hear about it when I'm.
He
supposed
said
to
he's
hear
having
about
a 10-year anniversary for Phoenix Down.
Oh,
in
that's
April.
crazy.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, we're having a party.
it. Oh, I once again I haven't heard about this yet, but
Well,
that's gonna be
you heard it
fucking
here
fire.
first on
Yeah,
Real
that's
Relate, baby.
That's crazy. It's been 10 years. Wow.
Yeah, so he's pumped. So he's like, yo, like, you guys will pop out, so we'll see you there.
Did he talk about those early days of Phoenix at all? Like he grinded.
Yeah, he said
Yes.
the first like 16 or 18 months was like,
He didn't make any money.
no money.
Yeah, didn't make any money. Slept at the studio. Had like
Yeah.
3 pairs of clothes. Like, like that man really willed that shit into existence. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy
And,
that
like-
we're even like here now having these conversations when like he was doing that.
But without
10
you,
years ago.
without you, it's like, but that's why he trusts you so much because he understands that you understand his vision and what he wants,
Yeah.
and like he wants you to become like that next crazy
He
fucking,
does.
and he wants you to take over, bro. And like, bro, you could be retired off that shit, like, me, man. Like you'd be straight.
Dude, I appreciate him so much, like for all he's given me and the positions he's put me in.
Yeah,
And like like you said, like the trust he has in me, like he really trusts me to, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I mean, to manage his like baby.
exactly, like it
mean,
really
yeah.
is like his child, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like, yeah, man, I appreciate that a lot. Sometimes I like when it like really hits me, I'm just like, damn,
Grateful,
that's
bro.
crazy. Yeah, I'm so grateful.
And you're
for
doing
that.
and you're doing well. You seem like
I
a really good guy.
I appreciate
and
that,
you're a
man.
good kid, and you. I'm glad. Like I see why
Thank
he
you.
trusts you so much.
And like the reasons that I think he trusts me is like what I look for in like potential interns or engineers that we're
Yeah.
like trying to hire. It's like I don't care how much you know what I mean, how good you are at playing an instrument, like how technically like proficient you are. I like the one thing I look for, like, do you look at this studio and like this place the same way I do? Like, do you see it as like this magical place? You know what I mean? I just want people who are in love with this shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's all I care
The
about.
end of the rainbow.
And don't be an asshole. Those are my two
And don't be
two
an asshole.
criteria to like work at Phoenix Down.
Word. That's good.
Because like,
Have the passion. Don't
yep,
be an asshole.
exactly. Because like, if you're not really about it, like, I don't want you around.
Yeah.
Right.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Like-
Respectfully. Respectfully.
Yeah, like the guy you had to let go.
Yeah, exactly. Like he wasn't. I don't think his heart was in it for the right reasons. Like,
Yeah.
you know, people say like if you don't love music or any art form really, don't pursue that as your career.
Damn.
Like it has to come from a place of love, because otherwise, like, bro, if you think you're doing this just to make money, like, good luck.
Nah, you gotta have a we have a passion for this. Too.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
You have
It's
to have
the
a
same
passion
thing.
for it.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Well, congrats on your success, bro.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate
I'm
that.
glad, and we wish you more and more success. And I was like, I want to buy like a Phoenix Down T-shirt.
We gotta
So
get
that's
some
that's
of
why
them
he
out
brought
there.
it
Drop
up.
merch, bro.
Because I was talking to him, and he's like, "Well, we gonna have T-shirts and shit like that at the
Yeah,
party."
yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, word, I'll buy like a fucking 100 of them."
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Have you guys been to Phoenix Down?
Nah.
No, we
We
have.
gotta get you guys in Phoenix Down.
Yeah. Yo, we gotta make a fire song.
Have a real relay song that we
Real
can put
relay
in our
song. That'd be
intros.
We
crazy.
give you guys a little intro song for
Yeah.
the beginning of every.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be lit.
That'd be like a podcast, the Call Her Daddy podcast. They have like
Do they have a song?
They have like a little intro song
Okay,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool. That'd be sick. We'll come. Can we come at 3 a.m?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
open.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
Fuck yeah.
Well, congratulations on your success, and like
Thank you,
I'll
man.
see you at the Pierre concert.
Yes,
'cause
sir.
We're gonna mosh.
Is that a
P-
week from tomorrow?
That's on the 22nd. Yeah, a week from tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'll
so
see you there.
pumped
We'll
for
get
that.
yo Pierre Bourne. Get that motherfucker in the studio. I don't give a fuck.
Dude.
And anyone watching this too or listening, like if you're an aspiring like sound engineer, want to get into the studio or anything like that, hit these guys up. Phoenix Down
Facts.
Recording.
No, dude, we're always
Hit
looking
'em
for
up.
interns.
Always
for real.
looking for people like bro. Like want to work with the best of the best, upcoming hot heat. These guys. You know it. So before we end it, we do gotta end pretty soon. Mr. Jose here fucked up the scheduling. What is one last thing you would say to like upcoming creatives? You know, what's something advice you would give to like whether it's an upcoming sound engineer, audio engineer, or like
Producer,
anybody, or just a young kid fucking watching this shit on YouTube, man. 16 fucking.
I don't love the idea of like giving like specific advice because I feel
Yeah.
like everybody
Or
has to like
general.
chart their own path in a way. The one thing I would say is just fucking do it. Just do it.
Just
Like,
do it.
and keep doing it. If you love it, just keep doing it. And like when I came to the studio, it was because I love being there. It wasn't like that was the motive. Do something you love and just keep doing it out of love, and the rest will take care of itself.
That's good. Just
Have
fucking-
passion. Don't be an asshole and just do it.
Just do it.
There you go.
Just-
You guys
just-
got the message.
or do it because we don't want to get sued by Nike.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Just comma
Do it.
pause. Do it.
Respectfully. Respectfully. Just do it respectfully. That's good, man. Well, good shit. I'm excited. And honestly, that was fucking lit. I wish I could low key, like I have to control myself because I could make this like a 3-hour conversation.
Yeah.
But I love the little block that we had.
Hell
This was
yeah.
episode 30, the last episode of season 2. I'm glad we could share that experience with you. That is
me
a
too.
milestone on our
Me
book.
too.
I'm glad that we're giving shine to like everybody and people like you as well too that deserve that shit. That like,
Appreciate it, man.
bro, this is not even just you. Everybody else, people that do all the construction or the fucking from mixing, master, everything,
Bro,
in all things with film, music, like tech, everything. We're trying to open it up and be like, there are other people here that also deserve that credit, and I think it's good to hear everyone's opinion and voice.
Facts.
Because a lot of things get created into making a song. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or
so
a
many,
movie or whatever.
so many people that go into making
Give
like,
these
any
people
art
the fucking
form.
credit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's why a lot of producers and like engineers like Pierre, like now he wants to rap, or like Metro Boomin wants to make an album, and then DJ Khaled's a producer. Like they're just trying to get the credit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're
And
talented.
it's great that they're doing that because for the next generation of producers and people, it means
Yeah.
that it's going to be easier for them
Yeah.
to get their credit because
Yeah.
of the people like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's like really it, man.
Hell
Do
yeah.
last question, that was kind of random, but would you ever want to rap on a
Hell no.
no?
Why?
It's not me. No.
No?
No, you won't find me on the mic.
Not even just one?
Nope.
one? You could leak that. You can leak
We'll keep that in.
We'll leak that.
As an engineer, like I've recorded myself before just to like see.
When we
but,
go in the
like,
studio,
hell no.
when we go-
nobody else could hear that.
When we go in the studio, we'll be open and we'll make a little song or whatever, but I want to hear you lay like
Absolutely
one
not.
line. Give me one line, one verse.
I'll give you an ad lib. How about that?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
take it.
yeah.
What? yeah, yo, we gotta get you with like Cardi or some shit too. Well, good shit, man. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming on. Appreciate it, bro. That was good shit,
Yeah,
bro.
no, I'm glad I got up
Good
here,
shit,
guys.
man.
And
We're
hopefully,
friends.
like in a couple months, we get me and John back up here.
For real,
That'd be
yeah.
fire.
That'd be
Well,
lit.
hopefully, because I'm moving out to Miami in May.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, come
That's
down
lit.
whenever you got a home down there. Once we move down there, you
appreciate
can come
that.
over. We're gonna live in Brickell, right next to South Beach and shit like that.
Fire.
So you guys ever want to come down, shoot the shit, whatever, need a place,
Hell yeah.
come
Yeah.
out. But yeah,
Appreciate
man,
it,
that was
That's real.
episode 30, end of season 2.
Hell
Real
yeah.
Relay fam. Hold up, before you do the outro, this is it, bro. We're gonna take a break for a minute. After
Wow.
that, this is coming out December 3rd.
Okay.
So like,
Cool.
we're gonna take a break for a minute. So when you do this outro, just let them know this is it, bro, for a minute.
All right, well,
I'm gonna miss you guys.
Real Relay
We'll
fam.
miss you guys.
We're taking a break, but we will be back. Season
3.
3 will start in
I don't want to put like official date on it or anything like that, but it's gonna be
2022.
2022. I'm thinking like mid-January, February-ish, and that I already have like the list of. I already have the list of people that I want to do it with, and it's only heavy hitters. Like boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
Like it's
Okay.
I don't want to be cocky in this shit. I don't mean it like this, but like we do have so many people like that want to come on the show. We could do a fucking episode every day for like every Sunday for like a year
Hell yeah.
and be straight.
People love to talk about themselves.
I know, right?
That's one thing that we've realized people love talking about.
But like
themselves.
we want to make sure it's effective and efficient. So we want to make sure we pick the right people for our brand, who we are, and like giving everyone the voice and the chances, whether you're big or small. Doesn't matter who the fuck you are. We don't care about that shit.
Oh, real quick, I gotta shout out the maniac who introduced us, Connor Hallway.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
Jesus, that guy
Shout out Connor.
always finds a way. His movie just got put on Amazon Prime
I
too.
know,
Good
yeah,
shout out to him.
He's a freak of nature. That
Jesus, we're gonna do like a real relay party. We'll do it in Miami. I'll get a table for everybody, and we'll fucking get like a fat table at like
crazy.
Live or some shit, and I'll
Right.
invite all the Real Relay fam, like everybody else. So you're part of the Real Relay fam, and,
appreciate that.
and we'll have a big ass banger. Everyone will stay Airbnb in my crib or whatever. It'll be crazy. But yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna love y'all, Real Relay fam.
Until next time.
No. Do keep it real and relatable. Go ahead.
No. Okay.
Go ahead.
I haven't done that in a while.
I know. That's why I'm so
All
excited.
right, guys. Well, Josh, thanks for coming on. You've kept it very real and relatable today. But until next time, season 3, 2022. Peace out, fam.
Deuces, y'all. Peace. Whoop.